Evolution is not a threat to your religion in any way. You see, adding God to evolution doesn't cause any issues. In fact, it can actually help your religion. Evolution is the product of three fundamental facts. Genetic drift and natural selection are two of them. Genetic drift is just the fact that DNA and RNA changes. Whether it's copy errors or procreation, it constantly changes with every iteration. You are not a clone of your parents. Now, natural selection is just the fact that living things can procreate while dead things cannot. Evolution is a D student. It works solely on pass-fail. If a change works, then it lives. If it doesn't work, then it dies and is removed from the gene pool. These are logical and observable facts. And when combined with the last one, time, it produces a powerful tool of creation that is ingenious, and God would have to be a moron not to create and use. And honestly, any religion that gets basic facts wrong, how could they possibly be right about anything? Denying evolution only makes you lose possible converts, and it's completely unnecessary. But what's even worse is the alternative is your God has severe mental problems with zero imagination. Why are there 12,000 species of ant? Keep in mind that a species is a group of organisms that can reproduce naturally with one another and create fertile offspring. So these are all different species. They cannot procreate with one another. And Noah would have had to collect at least 24,000 for the ark, because they're just the ones we know of. It's even worse if we look at bacteria. 30,000 species. How many different blobs of bacteria did God make? And do you see how psychotic it is to suggest that God didn't use evolution but instead made each one by himself? It's like looking at the universe and thinking that instead of God creating gravity and the fundamental forces of physics, God just has an obsession with balls and took time to form each one by itself. Is your God okay? Is he working through something? No, an actual intelligent designer would have used the fundamental laws of physics, and when wanting to create like an Arctic fox or a walrus, he'd know that he could create one species and then use evolution over about 12 million years and create all the species here. I mean, it only took us about 30,000 years of selective breeding to go from a dire wolf to a pug. Just imagine what we could get with another 30,000 years or a billion years. And for those that think DNA cannot change enough to create another species or kind, there is no such limit for this tool of creation. That would actually require a God to keep it from doing that. Clearly, he did not do that. And why would he? Just to create more work for himself? Evolution is not your enemy. It's simply a fact. It's the ingenious process that a God would use to create everything. Or was it too brilliant for your God to come up with it?